I was a kid and nobody protected me. And it wasn't until almost 40 years later I realized that I was actually a victim. Well, I grew up in a small rural town here locally in Kern County. My parents split when I was very, very young. My mom's boyfriend didn't care for me, nor did my dad's girlfriend. They were physically abusive. When I started getting older, I wanted an escape, so I started smoking weed and alcohol when I could. I didn't really have a connection with my mom and dad. I just knew I was supposed to love them. And when I went to live with my sister, I felt like a connection. Like she really did love me. Like she looked at me when she spoke to me. She showed me how to do makeup, and I just felt like, wow, she loves me. Somebody loves me. Somebody really loves me. And it was great. It was great in the beginning because I felt wanted. It didn't last very long. She was a heroin addict. She started using heroin, and things changed very fast. Very fast. I was introduced to heroin at 16 years old. She would ask me to bring her the things she needed to inject it into her arm. So I was very familiar with it, but I was still scared because it was a needle. She told me that she was gonna give me some, and I was like, nope, that looks like it hurts, there's blood. And she's like, but it feels great. And I was like, oh, okay. So the next time she used, she gave me a little bit, and it felt great. That was the escape. It was amazing. Nothing hurt. It was awesome. And I wanted it. I wanted to stay there. I didn't want to feel. So ultimately, I got addicted. She said that I had a help hustle. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. I will help you. Let's go. We walked into this man's house, and she was just like, just pay attention. It's like, okay. And she went into the room with him, and then she came out, and then we left, and she said, easy money. Easy money. He wants you. So next time, you're up. It's like, let's just get high. Let's just go get the heroin. And yeah, I'll do it. So next time it was me. So it was a lot of bad things happening and saying to myself, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be like this. That's what it was. It wasn't like, oh, like an aha moment, like, oh, I don't want to be like her. After bad things happen, I don't want to do this. But numb it with heroin until you figure it out. I was already 17 now, and I could not get off heroin. And I wanted to. I didn't want to be a heroin addict. I didn't want to keep doing the things that I had to do for money. I couldn't figure out how to get off. So one day, crying in a dark room, I finished up the last of my heroin because I had been through withdrawals before, and it hurts. I walked into the sheriff's station and I told what was happening, and they took my statement and they arrested me for being under the influence of heroin. And that was it. I got out. I had wanted out. You'd have to want out, and I wanted out. And so I after I withdrawed, I had to do time. So I did time. My sister went to prison, and when I got out, I didn't return to that life. I was ashamed for a really long time because I thought it was my fault. I thought that anyone my sister hurt was my fault. I thought that I was 16, 17. I thought I was an adult. I thought I should have known better. And I realized I was a kid. These were not things kids should carry. So today I'm a survivor advocate for at-risk youth here in Kern County and some other counties also. And I absolutely love that job. I also speak at Lerdo. I will speak anywhere. And I had no idea that's what God wanted me to do. I would never in a million years thought that I am a public speaker, but here I am. I sat in the pews every Sunday and Wednesday, and I just went to church and kept going to church. And I kind of felt like a hamster, like stuck in a wheel, because I had a story in me. And I just feel like the pews are filled with them people. Like that's the church, right? The people. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, I can guarantee you there's a hurt person, woman, man, that have been hurt, that have been raped, molested, sexually assaulted, whatever you want to call it. And you just keep counting. How many is that? How many people in your church is that? It is just a couple of chapters of my story in the beginning. And you don't read backwards, you keep going forward. And I think the best chapters are yet to come. There's hope. Don't give up. Don't give up on your kids. Don't give up on your family. As long as they're breathing, there's hope.